Right here is the brand new OnePlus 15, which will be announced in the US in just a few days. It's the first device to launch globally with the new Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chip. And today, we'll unbox it. We have a beautiful, completely red packaging here. This is the US version that will also be released in the US, so it's not a China import. Inside the box, we first have a good amount of paperwork and even a USB-C to USB-A adapter, which you almost never see. Then there's the OnePlus 15 itself, which we'll look at more closely in a moment. Next is a power adapter and a red USB cable. A SIM eject tool is also included. I also have an official case from OnePlus here with a carbon fiber texture. It has magnets built into the back, allowing you to use MagSafe or Pixel Snap accessories. Let's take a closer look at the phone itself. It's 6.78 inches in size, and I have the rather beautiful sand-colored version here. I immediately noticed the very thin screen bezels, including at the bottom. Really thin. On the outside we have a rounded metal frame with the same sand color as the back, and it's one of the first phones to be IP69 rated, so it's also protected against high pressure water and hot temperatures. On the right there's a volume rocker and the power button, and on the left there's another button for an AI feature. The USB-C port and the dual SIM card slot are located right at the bottom, and the fingerprint reader sits under the display, and the 32 megapixel front camera is right at the top. On the back there's a simple OnePlus logo and a camera module that doesn't look as large as some others. It houses a 50 megapixel main camera, a 50 megapixel ultra wide camera and a 50 megapixel telephoto camera. A flash is also built in. Inside, we get quite exciting hardware, particularly the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chipset, which we'll certainly see in tons of phones and hopefully some tablets next year. This model has 16GB of RAM and 512GB of storage, but there will also be a version with 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. Like I said, it has a 6.78-inch screen that gets up to 1800 nits bright in high brightness mode and supports 165 Hz. According to OnePlus, games like Call of Duty Mobile, Brawl Stars and Clash of Clans support it. Be sure to subscribe to this channel because we'll have a detailed review coming up very soon, in which we cover benchmarks, do intensive gaming tests and of course a camera comparison. I can already show you a few photos I took with the OnePlus 15. First, a whole series of JPEGs that also have that OnePlus watermark. And you can see whether the photo was taken with the main ultra-wide or telephoto camera. If you have any questions about the OnePlus 15, write them in the comments and I'll do my best to address them in our final review, which will be released very soon. Next, you should definitely check out our latest premium flagship comparison. We compare the iPhone 17 Pro Max with the Samsung S25 Ultra and the Google Pixel 10 Pro XL here.